We live in a vibrational universe, meaning that everything, even the most physical, dense seeming objects, when zoomed in on enough, are mostly space, are vibration. So everything is a vibration and everything has a vibration. And depending on what you are interacting with, on the thoughts and feelings and actions you're taking, your vibration changes. So in this, everything has an effect on your vibration. But there really are 5 major things that you can do to raise your vibration from wherever it is now into the next octave, into the next higher state. And that is what we're going to dive into now. Hey Earth Angels, Melanie Beckler here, and in this video I'm excited to share with you the 5 major ways to raise your vibration. Raising your vibration is essentially just becoming aware of the current level of vibration you are vibrating in resonance with, and then doing the things that charge you up, that light you up and replenish your energy to raise your vibration up to that next octave, regardless of where it is now. Living in a high vibrational state equates to living in a state of joy, of love, of gratitude, of peace, of fulfillment, of vibrant well-being, whereas lower vibrational states on the vibrational scale equate to living in judgment and frustration and fear, anxiety, or grief. And so wherever you are on the vibrational scale, these 5 things I'm going to share with you are going to help you to level up, so you can make progress and begin to live your highest vibrational life, which by resonance then attracts to you bright blessings and possibilities that are in store and are in alignment and resonance with the higher vibrational state you align with. So the first key thing for raising your vibration is to pay attention to what you are consuming. This is so important because, again, we're vibrational beings, and so we're impacted by everything we consume, both on a mental information level as well as what you are ingesting and consuming in your body, or the products you're consuming and putting on your body or using in your home. So first, looking at information. If you're consuming a lot of information that is draining, if you're social media doom scrolling or watching mainstream media or watching Netflix shows that are scary or depressing, this has effect on your vibration. A simple way to begin raising your vibration is to start replacing these things that bring you down with information, with books, with music, with shows or documentaries that uplift and inspire you. And then on a physical level, if you're consuming a lot of junk food, if you're consuming food that is laden with toxins and chemicals due to chemical agriculture, this can and will lower your vibration. But when you begin to swap things out with fresh organic produce, with regenerative agriculture products, with even better produce that you grow from your own garden, and you have that direct link and connection with the life force energy of the food, this raises your vibration. And then one other level on the physical products is, of course, the lotions and skincare and cleaning products you use. If you are using products that are laden with chemicals, with plastics, with toxins, this on a physical and on a vibrational level lowers your vibration. So begin to educate yourself and to swap out the things that are lowering your vibration, and begin to replace them with the things that you're excited about, that lights you up on a mental, emotional level, but then is also healthy for your physical vitality, to support your physical body, and that supports your vibrational level as well. So quite simply, pay attention to what you're consuming. and choose the things that uplift your energy and raise your vibration, and replace the things that are filled with toxins, mental or physical, and release the things that are lowering your vibration and bringing you down. The second major way to raise your vibration is to take back control over the mind. The mind, ordinary, lower mental consciousness, is running the show for so many people. And the ordinary mental consciousness state is very drawn towards judgment, towards worry, towards fear, towards all of these things that are lower on the vibrational scale. And that when you continue to think about, you perpetuate those lower vibrational experiences in your energy field and in your life. So beginning to pay attention to your thoughts is one of the key ways to begin to shift your thinking. Because when you observe your thoughts and when you practice mindfulness, that level of awareness does wonders for beginning to get your mind under control. Start paying attention to your thoughts and your mind begins to behave a little better just as a result of that observation. But then, to really take this a step further, to change your base level of mental consciousness so that you're no longer only living from an ordinary mental consciousness and you begin to move into higher states of conscious awareness and letting this higher state of consciousness control your vibration and determine the vibration of what you're resonating with in your life, meditation is essential. Meditation gives you the opportunity to reboot your mind. The perfect analogy is that if your computer or your phone even starts acting a little wonky, what do? You reboot it in order to get things back into coherence, into alignment, into an optimized operating state. So when your mind is a little out of control, when your mind is spiraling in worry or fear or getting into the chaos of the world, reboot it through meditation. And this is most effective when it is done consistently. The daily morning meditation practice is invaluable for setting the tone of your mental consciousness for your day. Dropping in to deep stillness also gives you an opportunity to replenish your energy from the infinite, from the 0 point field of infinite possibility. And when you recharge from this, you no longer need to get energy from others. And so you can cut away the need to engage in lower energy games that most of humanity is still entangled in. Stepping back from this to observe from a place of higher divine mind, to shift the state of your consciousness so that you then begin to proactively choose thoughts that are uplifting, to choose to focus on the things you want to see, create, be, and become in your life, to be the change, to focus on the positive, which raises your vibration, which has an immense benefit for your life, but also helps you to ripple out positive energy beyond you to bless and benefit all. The third major way to raise your vibration is to reconnect with nature. So I mentioned how much of humanity is engaged in playing lower energy games, playing energy manipulation games in order to get energy from others. But the ironic part is that we all have access to an infinite energy supply from source and from the infinite. And one of the most powerful ways to begin to entrain your energy body to recharge from the infinite and to recharge from source is to begin to engage in a positive and beneficial energy exchange with nature. And this works regardless of the level of nature you have access to, which I'll talk more about in just a minute. But when you get out into a pristine location in nature, you are connecting with a physical manifestation of the infinite in a very coherent state that is free from resistance. This gives you an opportunity to practice this beneficial energy exchange. So getting out in nature and tuning in with love and gratitude to a tree. When you tune into a tree with love, when you send a tree love, you engage with it energetically, and that tree, nature around you, then sends you energy in return. So this is why nature is so recharging, because when you approach nature with love, with gratitude, with reverence, it recharges your energy field. It teaches you how to recharge from the infinite, because you can then take this a step further to where even when you're indoors, you begin to tune into love and gratitude and reverence for all that is, for the infinite, for source, for the one, to then be recharged and replenished from the infinite in return. But for most people, recharging from the infinite is a big step. And so recharging in nature is really a way to entrain this process of replenishing your energy stores from the infinite, from nature, from source, so that you no longer have to try to get energy from others. And in fact, you can begin to then relate to others in a new way, where you're connecting with someone and sending them love and positive energy, recharging yourself from the infinite and allowing a conscious connection to emerge. Now, I know for some of you who live in a big city or work in an office, you may feel like you don't have a lot of opportunity to connect with nature. I recommend prioritizing it when you can. Go out in your backyard, go to a city park when you have time off, find that special tree to connect with, to practice this positive energetic exchange, loving, appreciating, and receiving a recharge in return. However, this is also where things like crystals or essential oils or house plants come in. You're able to bring little bits of nature in with you, and tuning in with love, with compassion to that crystal, you're able to receive a recharge in return. So connection with nature is invaluable for raising your vibration. The fourth major way to raise your vibration is to change how you relate to what happened in the past and let it go. So much of what is keeping many people trapped in a lower vibrational state is simply holding on to past limiting beliefs, to past traumas, to past challenges and judgments. Everyone has trauma from their life, from their childhood, from past experiences. So what? So what are you going to do with that trauma you were given? You can either choose to perpetuate it, to hold on to it, to let it keep you in a lower vibrational state, or you can choose to let it go, to forgive, to release the past and release the trauma. And in doing so, your vibration automatically raises. One little perspective that I want to drop in here is that hurt people hurt people. So if someone in your past hurt you, you can begin to change the way you look at that, to recognize that they were simply passing on trauma they had been given. They were not the source of that trauma. It goes back way further in time. And so through this lens, you can begin to forgive that parent who hurt you, recognizing that they were only passing on that same hurt and that same trauma that they learned. But now with you, the chain can be broken and healing can begin to unfold across the lines of time by your choosing to forgive. It doesn't mean that what happened is okay. It means that you no longer let that trauma control your vibrational state or your actions. You now choose to let it go, to let go of the patterns, the beliefs, the tensions, the old wounds and trauma, to allow a greater level of light and life force to circulate through you, to recognize that everything in the past happened and brought you to this moment now. The now moment where infinite possibility resides and where you now have the opportunity to choose how you respond, how you react, and how, from this moment in time now, you either raise your vibration or perpetuate the old. So let go of the old stuff that's been weighing you down. And the fifth major thing you can do to raise your vibration is to commit right here and now to doing more of what lights you up, to doing more of what recharges and energizes you and lights you up at the level of your soul, to prioritize your bliss, your joy, and having fun, to recognize that your being in a high vibrational state is a powerful form of light work, because you're sending forth ripples of positivity, positive energy out beyond you to bless and benefit all. And so the steps you take to raise your vibration do not only end with you. It is not selfish to prioritize yourself in a way that you refill yourself up before you give energy to others. So what is it that lights you up? What brings you joy? What recharges and replenishes your energy? And then the supercharged level of this is when you find the things that you love and enjoy that light you up, that are fulfilling and rewarding, and are also able to be put to good use in service of others. This is where you're getting in to living on purpose, living your mission, living the highest possible expression of your light, which is very elevating in terms of your personal vibration. But to get there, it often takes just doing things for you, for fun, for play, to rekindle and reprioritize raising your personal vibration so you can shine more of your vibrant light, to then have the energy to be able to be of service to others. So these are the 5 major ways that you can raise your vibration. But of course, we live in a vibrational universe, and so there are many, many more. So the key is to really pay attention, to prioritize raising your vibrational state, to make your vibrational state a priority in your life, and know that the work you do to raise your vibration doesn't end with you. It truly does overflow out beyond you to bless and benefit all. If you would like a guided meditation to raise your vibration, check out this one I have for you here, and then comment below and let me know about other things that you like to do to raise your state and reinforce living a high vibrational life. I love, honor, and appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.